Grandpa Newbie reporting for duty with something that's a little bit of an oddity for me, and that is an LMG. LMGs aren't generally my cup of tea, so we'll drink coffee. In any case, the last weekly challenge was for the JAK Protean Kit for the RAAL MG LMG. So let's have a look at that kit and see what it does for the RAAL MG. We'll start with the damage. It goes down. Damage goes down, the rate of fire better go up, and it went up nearly 20% at 658.5 rounds per minute. That's just under 11 rounds per second. The gun kick was decreased almost 30%, and the vertical recoil definitely 30%. Horizontal recoil, though, 30% added. Now, these are composite numbers that you see here. They're the sum total of all the attachments that we've hung on the RAAL MG. So this is as good or as bad as it's going to get. Hip fire, not much of an option with this weapon. Mobility, okay for an LMG. I mean, nearly 4 meters per second. Movement speed, sprint speed is up to 4.7 meters per second. And tack sprint speed just under 6 meters per second. ADS movement speed is fairly dismal at 1.8 meters per second. ADS speed not so bad in this build, 381 milliseconds with an awesome sprint to fire of 170 milliseconds. That's really good for an LMG. Let's have a look at the rest of the attachments. The 50 round belt mag, and you can see that it significantly helps with the ADS movement speed. It's what got us all the way up to that low number of 1.8 meters per second. The other major assistance happens with the ADS speed, reload quickness, 6.4 seconds. You can go ahead and write a letter home before you have the magazine completely reloaded. The sprint to fire speed, almost 30% better, and the swap speed is better, but we're going to use quick grip gloves anyway. The Bruin 0900 grip wrap, that helps with the sprint to fire speed, and it injures the recoil just a little bit. The Demo H40 stock slightly helps with the recoil, hurts crouch movement speed, which Grandpa doesn't do a lot, and slightly helps the hip fire, the max hip fire. The reason why I chose this stock over the normal folding stock is something really amazing, and that is for the first time on any kind of weapon in Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2 weapons included, I actually felt the recoil in the fight. So with the rest of the builds that I have presented here, I've taken advantage of no stock, folding stocks, collapsible stocks, because even though they say they increase gun kick over 100% and recoil at 30% vertical and horizontal, I never saw it in game. Once I locked on to an enemy, it was straight as an arrow. I know some of you still don't believe it. Try the builds and you will if you're playing on console. As far as this LMG, as soon as I pulled the trigger in the game, even when I'm locked on somebody, I was shooting at the sky. So, same conspiracy theory didn't work for the LMGs. I had to go back and rebuild for recoil control and for accuracy. Damage is 44 all the way down, by the way, and range is 41.9 meters. The JAK BFB muzzle, and what did that do? That helped with that recoil that I was experiencing. I know a lot of you don't like to use it. I don't mind using it in free-for-all because I'm not going to be sneaking around unseen too much there. And I don't mind also if the enemy knows where I am, because as they converge on me, I gack them one by one. Also, people just can't run willy-nilly to where you're located because there are other people trying to kill them. They don't have teammates protecting them. Only thing that it hurt was bullet velocity, but it's still decent at 664.2 meters per second. So speaking about recoil, we did earlier, let's take the the RAAL MG with the JAK Protean into the firing range and see how it does. First, hip fire, no attempt to control the recoil. Climbs up steadily and to the right. Now we can take a nap and wait for the magazine to change out. Now we will try aim down sight, no recoil control. You can see there is some aim idle sway. Experiencing the exact same recoil. So we didn't generally experience the same recoil between the hip fire and ADS no control on ARs and SMGs. We do with the LMGs. The recoil easily controllable. absolutely you can drive nails with this configuration. Let's take this configuration onto the field of honor. See how it did for Grandpa, what it did for Grandpa's friendly enemies. Let's go. All right, let's get moving. I'll be honest, I don't expect a lot from Grandpa using an LMG. I'm not a big fan. I do like some of the kits, the aftermarket parts for the LMGs. But I like to move quickly, whether it's with an AR or an SMG. Oh, get down. And I just can't do that with an LMG. Oh, what's going on here? Somebody laying down. All right, Grandpa's going to go back and visit with the Muppet. Hold that for me and hold those bullets. I feel the power coming out of the weapon, but then I do with some of the ARs and even the SMGs, like the mini-back has tremendous power. In fact, some of them, a lot of them have greater punch in the upper torso and head. And you can see the recoil didn't hurt. I started with a headshot and worked my way down to the upper torso. Grandpa's out hunting. He's behind by 4 GACs. Things aren't starting well. There's somebody. Where'd he go? Well, did he leave that for me? Maybe there's some food in there, huh? A sandwich. No, a fighter pilot. Oh my gosh. That turns things around on this map because there's really nowhere to hide. Come back here. Oh, he stepped on my... I'm down by 7 GACs. Oh my gosh. There comes the fighter pilot. He always brightens the day. Throw a fighter pilot into the mix and you got something special. Get down. Still maintaining 7 GACs behind. Not running as fast as I'd prefer, that's for sure. But the weapon is firing straight. The JAK BFB doesn't seem to be impacting me in free-for-all. Now, it might multiplayer. You might want to switch that out for something else. Quad kill. And that guy's annoying the fighter pilot. Of course, all good streaks must come to an end. Whether by buying the farm or, I guess, a nuke. And we've regained some of the distance. In fact, we're tied now. So I'm very happy that guy left a streak for Grandpa. Must be one of the sub. Oh, unfortunate spawn, but it looked like he was going to Muppetize there. Let's see if the guy steps on it. Yes, he did. No more VTOL. So we got to do the rest of this on our own. And with our proximity mines. So I did try the weapon in the high recoil mode like I've done with the ARs and SMGs, and let me tell you, it just absolutely shoots at the sky. And the gun kick combined with the heavy recoil is almost unmanageable for me. And there you see I got a guy, a moving target over a head glitch. So the weapon performed well. Is this going to be my permanent class for an LMG? No, I keep a permanent class. Oh, get down. Ah, he tried to throw a proximity mine at me, and I stepped on it and gacked him. I use the Bruin with that JAK aftermarket kit because it's more like an assault rifle than an LMG, and you still have the punch to shoot things down, streaks down with it. Where are we going? Let's get that guy, shoot ahead of him a little bit, but he isn't running fast enough for Grandpa. Now let's take a breather, change out the mag, and hopefully you don't get gacked right after all of that effort. There have been people up there. Oh, there's somebody muppeting up there. We could throw a lot of rounds his way. One of them hits. Grandpa just needs one more gack. He still needs a gack, but the guy just steps on a proximity mine. Hooyah, on the win. No real dance because I'm tired from carrying that heavy LMG around. So it's not a bad first experience with it. It's better than I thought. Guy was already wounded, so there you go. So we need to try it on a shorter map. That was ideal for an LMG, but can you carry it onto a short map? So I shopped around for maps until I finally got bait. I like the scenery. That bridge going over the water there looks a lot like a bridge within a mile or so of my house that we go under to go out into the open Gulf of Mexico to catch fish. There's a zombie. Send them back to zombie land. We got some bullet penetration. That guy, he's tweaking. He doesn't know where the bullets are coming from. One good thing about a LMG, and throw out the mine so somebody steps on it if they're going to gack grandpa like that guy. While I'm trying to reload, if people just leave me alone and let me do my work, I wouldn't have to gack them. Once again, I point out I'm using the JAK BFB, send them back to zombie land. Even got a jump shot on that one. You can't change out the optic, and I prefer on a short map the more reflex side optic. I just knocked him down. And the dreaded reload sign appears. I guess I could have gone to my secondary weapon. It's a Renetti in the SMG configuration. I guess I should have done that. But I'm trying to get as many gacks with RAAL as possible with the JAK Protean Kit. There, Grandpa's aiming at the stairs. And somebody walks up them and gacks us both. I guess that's an assisted suicide, although if you ever hear that about Grandpa, you'll know that somebody else got him, because that's not my style. Here, welcome map for that little spot. Oh, perfect, perfect. Oh, there's a third one back there. We got them all three. That'll help the score, as does a quad feed. As does three more. Two more. Was that two or three? So comment if you like LMGs. I mean, I know there's LMG fans out there. I run into them all the time. I'm just not one of them. So if I can do okay with an LMG, it's got to be a reasonable weapon. People stepping on Grandpa's welcome mats that he put down. Helps me go from 4 or 5 down to ahead. Tell you one thing, if somebody's running right at you, they're dead with this thing. They're going to Gacka land. You can serve them chips with that guacamole, because this thing puts out the bullets. Of course, you're not going to chase anybody down. Grandpa has a little bite of popcorn there. Whoa. Kill a guy with a buzz. He dies happy. Ooh, he's not going to die happy. You can change out that. You got a guy diving, another double kill. That's the thing about having all those bullets. You just hold the trigger down. Where is he? He was trying to follow Grandpa. So he was... Oh, these people, man, they're shooting real bullets. It's dangerous. So comment, do you like LMGs? Have you tried the JAK Protean? If so, how do you find the recoil on the RAAL? Yeah, he's bringing a knife to a machine gun fight there. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful. Just need one more gack. You do have to ADS in order to switch out with the left stick the optic, and there it is. Grandpa will dance because he doesn't need to carry that thing anymore. I think it performed quite well. I'm not going to turn into a LMG there. I'm shooting him in his shins and his heel. I'm not going to turn into a LMG fan for one time. I'll do another one next video. Please like and subscribe. Helps me, helps the family. Cheers and peace to you.